Action Council on August 7th. Economy Minister Rafizi Ramli says his ministry will also meet with employers to discuss the policy further.
I'm actually very confident that it's going to be a very popular policy by the government. Not so much because dia gaji, it's because I think it's high time. It's one structural issue that has been there for a long time that require a policy prescription yang sebelum ni tidak ada. So I'm confident both pekerja dan kali ini majikan pun akan menerima baik dasar model gaji progresif yang kita akan cadangkan insya-Allah setelah mendapat keputusan dasar minggu depan.
The Madani Economy Plan aims to restructure the economy and make Malaysia a leader in Southeast Asia. A day after its launch, Carmelo Filito, CEO of the Centre for Market Education, assesses the plan's targets.
I'm in particular quite well surprised by the emphasis on recognizing the premature industrialization of Malaysia and the need to do something at that regard. So 2 points are particularly important to me. The idea to rebuild an ASEAN regional agenda. This is very important, something that I have stressed in other occasions, and to have Malaysia at the center of this agenda as a pilot, as a driver of this agenda, recognizing also, and this is another very important point, the need to go beyond free trade agreements intended as the Trans-Pacific Agreement, and the recognition that is important to move more on bilateral and multilateral agreements that can bring more practical advantages rather than comprehensive agreements like the Trans-Pacific one.
However, Carmelo said achieving these targets depends on implementation and having the right people on board, particularly those with practical experience on the economy, investments and entrepreneurship.
So like the points that I just mentioned on investment, on trade agreements, on an ASEAN agenda, also the support to technopreneur and to micro entrepreneurship. These are all achievable targets with the right institutional plan. While I tend to be more skeptical on the micro targets like the workforce participation or the distribution of income between capital and labor. These are things that are less under the control of the government, I believe, and so we should be left more to the interaction between market forces, so are less implementable with a plan rather than the previous elements. On the feasibility in the long run, I think this is a very ambitious plan, but not just a wish list. I would say, in particular on the investment part, I saw a lot of good points there. But I think that the key elements in order to achieve these points would be political stability, because they are long-term targets, and so they require a long-term political commitment, and the appointment of the right set of people to think about the practical way in which we are going to later design the implementation of these policies.
Astro AWANI has extended an invitation to televise a debate between Economic Affairs Minister Rafizi Ramli and former International Trade and Industry Minister Datuk Sri Muhammad Azmin Ali. We ask you, our viewers, what should be the focus of their debate? Should it take place? And here are the results of the poll. Now, Hong Kong will join Malaysia in developing an economic hub in Bukit Chagar, Johor, close to the site of the upcoming cross-border rail link. A memorandum of understanding was signed to develop a 6-acre land for mixed use as part of Hong Kong Chief Executive John Lee's visit here.
The development is estimated to cost 3 billion ringgit and will come up less than 1 kilometre from the Malaysia-Singapore border. The location is also the site for the Bukit Cagar Terminus Station, which is part of the Johor Bahru Singapore Rapid Transit System. The project, serving up to 10,000 commuters per hour in every direction, is due for completion in 2026. It is expected to ease traffic congestion at the land border crossing between Malaysia and Singapore.
Meanwhile, a new international airport will be constructed in Perak within the next 5 years. The project is expected to be carried out by London-based company Broadband International Limited via a private funding initiative.
State Infrastructure, Energy, Water and Public Transport Committee Chairman Datuk Seri Muhammad Nizar Jamaluddin said the company representatives have met with the Prime Minister's Office, Transport Minister and Perak Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Sarani Mohamad. The state government identified a 1,618-hectare site near Felkra Nasaruddin in Bota for the airport's construction. It is partly owned by Felkra, the State Secretary Corporation and the Perak government. Muhammad Nizar said the new location was located about 40 kilometers from the original proposed site of the airport in Sri Iskandar. He added that the previous site was not suitable as it was close to many villages and cemeteries.
A new broadband package under the Rahmah initiative is offering a fixed broadband subscription at only 69 ringgit for a 24-month contract. Called the Alus Rahmah Fixed Broadband, the package comes with a speed of 100 Mbps with unlimited data throughout the contract period.
Package Rahmah Alo ini khusus untuk golongan B40, pesara veteran ATM, pesara polis dan juga APMM, golongan OKU. Jadi saya dan warga mas.
According to Fahmi, the package enables subscribers to save 30 ringgit compared with the normal package offered by the company, which costs 99 ringgit. It covers both urban and rural areas, particularly in public housing areas, in Selangor, Melaka, Negeri Sembilan, Johor, Perak, Penang and Kedah, which are within Alo's coverage area. The package is a collaboration between the Ministry of Communications and Digital, Alo Technology Sdn Berhad and Tenaga Nasional Berhad.
In other news, former Prime Minister Datuk Seri Najib Tun Razak has withdrawn his bid to mount a legal challenge over the denial of his request to attend the Dewan Rakyat last October. The withdrawal was filed last July 12 by the legal firm representing the former Prime Minister.
Najib had filed his bid on October 5th to commence judicial review proceeding against the government and the Prisons Department for refusing to let him attend the Dewan Rakyat meeting from October 3rd to November 29th. Najib's application was denied on the grounds that he ceased to be a Member of Parliament following the dissolution of Parliament on October 1st last year to pave way for the 15th general election. In dismissing the former Pekan MP's leave application, High Court Justice Ahmad Kamal Shahid said unless he is pardoned, there is no possibility for him to become an MP, adding that the law prohibits any convicted person to contest for election. Najib is currently serving his 12-year sentence at Kajang Prison.
We will go for a quick break. Don't go anywhere.
Jika smash anda seperti pro, Astro Rewards memberikan anda peluang untuk bersinar di Astro Badminton Cup. Pelanggan Astro boleh memenangi sebahagian daripada RM30,000. Daftar Astro Rewards sekarang di My Astro. Adakah anda masih menggunakan Astro Box yang lama? Pelanggan Astro kini ditawarkan untuk penukaran ke box Astro Baharu secara percuma. Dengan Astro Baharu, stream bila-bila masa walaupun ketika hujan. Hubungi kami untuk maklumat lanjut hari ini.
Welcome back. General Abdul Rahman Chiani has declared himself the new leader of Niger just 2 days after his unit overthrew democratically elected President Mohamed Bazoum. The country's state-run television made the announcement today. also known as Omar Chiani, he staged a takeover when the Presidential Guards unit he led seized the country's leader. This shatters Niger's first peaceful and democratic transition since independence in 1960. The coup has been roundly condemned by international actors, including the African Union, West African Regional Bloc, the EU and the UN. Chiani, 62, has been in charge of the Presidential Guard since 2011 and was promoted to the rank of general in 2018. Meanwhile, Myanmar's military-controlled government has reportedly transferred ousted leader Aung San Suu Kyi from a prison in the capital Naypyidaw to house arrest at a government building. She had been in detention following a February 2021 coup when the military seized control from Suu Kyi's elected civilian government.
A party official from the National League for Democracy said that Suu Kyi was moved to a high-level venue compound on Monday night. She had also met Myanmar's lower house speaker and was likely to meet Deng Xijun, China's special envoy for Asian affairs, who is visiting the country. The Nobel laureate has only been officially seen once since she was held after the 2021 coup. She has been sentenced to 33 years in jail for various charges, including corruption, possession of illegal walkie-talkies, and flouting COVID-19 rules.
The Philippine Coast Guard is investigating why a passenger boat that sank in a lake near the capital Manila was allowed to sail despite being overloaded. The vessel capsized yesterday in strong winds, killing at least 26 people.
Search and rescue as well as retrieval operations are ongoing. So far, some 40 people have been rescued. According to authorities, the vessel was designed for roughly 40 passengers, but it remains unclear how many people were allowed on board. The Coast Guard said the boat's manifest only showed 22 names. This marks the second deadliest maritime incident in Philippines this year, after 33 people died in a ferry fire in March.
In other news, Donald Trump has been hit with new charges related to his alleged mishandling of classified documents after leaving the White House. The former U.S. president is accused of pressuring an employee to delete security footage at his Florida home, which he denies any wrongdoings.
The new indictment filed on Thursday adds 1 count of willful retention of defense information and 2 of obstruction, making 40 charges in total in this case. Trump dismissed the fresh charges in the documents case in an email statement from his 2024 presidential campaign. The new indictment also charges Carlos de Lovera, a maintenance worker at Mar-a-Lago who helped move boxes of classified documents. Trump has pleaded not guilty alongside his close aide, Wal Nauta, who also received 2 additional charges of obstruction on Thursday.
North Korea showcased their nuclear-capable missiles and new attack drones with a large military parade in the capital, Pyongyang. Leader Kim Jong-un oversaw the parade to mark Victory Day, commemorating the end of the Korean War on Thursday, accompanied by visiting delegations from China and Russia.
The parade featured North Korea's Hwasong-17 and Hwasong-18 intercontinental ballistic missiles and a flyover by new attack and spy drones. Joining Kim was Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu and Chinese ruling party official Li Hongzhong, the first foreign dignitaries to visit Pyongyang since the COVID-19 pandemic. North Korean state media said earlier that Kim and Shoigu had viewed a military exhibition together and discussed strategic security and defense cooperation. Kim's latest showcase of military power comes at a time of elevated tension in the Korean peninsula when numerous military exercises are being conducted by South Korea and the United States in response to North Korean provocations and repeated weapon tests this year.
That wraps up AWANI tonight. I'm Fana Sheh. Thank you for watching.